Hello, everyone. All right, it's been a while, but here we are to reveal the 2026 Twilight Masters. But before we get to that, let's talk about where the Masters will not be played. So this is going to be the third year that we've done the voting. So I believe it was 2022, or could have been 2023. That year, I believe it was Iron Valley and Sugarloaf hosted. And then the following year, I said, okay, now here's where the voting and the wheel is going to take place. That would have been the voting, I think, was Golden Oaks. The wheel was the Manor. Yeah, that's correct. And then last year, the vote was Rich Maiden. The wheel was Willow Hollow. Fox Chase and Schuylkill are on here just because Fox Chase is like $70 to play now. It's like way overpriced. And we've played some majors there at this point, so it's not that big of a deal. And Schuylkill post-COVID is just like unattainable to bring like 36 people on a weekend. So here are your ineligible courses. I'm still going to go through them. We have Golden Oaks. This is a 3-time host. And those of you, I'm going to be like moving myself around throughout here. Those of you who are like newer to Twilight, the whole reason the jacket is gold is because we had plans in the Masters, like the Masters being at Augusta National every year, is it was going to be at Golden Oaks every year. This was great and everything in 2017 when nobody was playing golf and you could bring 30 people for like $30. Obviously, things have tremendously changed since then, and it's just fun to go around and play different courses. But anyway, the very first Masters was held there, that Kaz one. This is 2020, and then this is 2 years ago, 2024. So Golden Oaks, in your future Twilight trivia, has currently hosted the most majors. Fox Chase has hosted 2. So Fox Chase hosted the inaugural, let me put myself over here, inaugural Open that Foster won in a playoff against Steve, and then they hosted more recently in 2021. Our other 2-time major host is Sugarloaf. Rick Hand's Honey Hole, as he won it both in 2019 and 2023. So that's obviously not eligible. Iron Valley also not eligible. That's a 2-time host. The 2020 Open, the infamous Conroy Downtown double year, and then 2023, the Masters was held there. And then, like I said, Schuylkill. So the story behind Schuylkill hosting in 2018, this was supposed to be at Golden Oaks. We got this crazy rainstorm. We were supposed to play Golden Oaks at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And I want to say I got a phone call at like 10 a.m. where Golden Oaks is like, hey, course is just unplayable. And we had like 36 people like signed up to play this Masters. So at like that time, I was still working in the shop. It was pre-COVID. Like Schuylkill was pretty empty. And I just got all of us on Schuylkill, within like 2 hours. Like that today would just be impossible to do. It's crazy how much things have changed since running this in 2012. Manor, that was the wheel, won by Laud, Toth, and Bill Burke. That would have been 2 years ago. That was a fun course to play. And then this year's Open, the wheel picked Willow Hollow. Steve, Stu, and Gower won that. And Rich Maiden, the most recent one, that Hand won in a 2-hole playoff, 3-hole playoff. I can't exactly remember, with Schneck and Eli winning the other flights. So that takes care of all the ineligible courses. So now let's start with the courses that did not get any votes. To nobody's surprise, Lebanon Valley. I'm still really looking forward to when the wheel picks Lebanon Valley. That will be a nice, fun, shithole major venue. And I'd just like to play it in the summer. Manada. I like Manada. Haven't been back since my ace 2 years ago. It just, they seem to always have a scramble. Like, they pump scrambles out every Saturday and Sunday. So it's not like I'm not going there for a reason. It's just really hard to get a date that works for them and for us. But nobody voted for Manada anyway. So Rich Valley, even though it has hosted, this was up for nomination, and nobody voted for it. So that hosted the second ever Open, won by Steve, Doug, and Baney. Indian Hills, this sometimes pops up on Group Golfer where we play it. It's definitely worth going to when it pops up, but did not receive any votes this year. Okay, so those are all the no votes. So now we got 1 vote. Put myself right here. Death taxes and Baney voting for Fairview. Nothing against Fairview. I would be fine when a major comes there, but it doesn't seem to really get many votes from people. So 1 vote there. Wedgwood. Oh, I guess I forgot to move Wedgwood into the no vote category. That's a user error on my part. Nobody voted for Wedgwood. We got a good thing going there. I'm friendly with Joe Colson. Going there in the spring. He takes care of us with a little bit of a discount. So that's been enjoyable going to Wedgwood the past couple of years. Okay, 2 votes. Hidden Valley. We got Cuffy and Charlie Hefner. I couldn't find a picture of Charlie anywhere on the internet. And he didn't play in the Ryder Cup, so I didn't have a picture of him. So Hidden Valley, 2 votes. I'm always surprised. I was talking to Bill about this at school. This is one, like, I'm surprised people don't vote for. It's, like, obviously on the easier side. It's open. It's close. Maybe it's just that people play it so much they're just not interested, especially, like, us county golfers. We're pretty much playing a amateur event there every summer anyway. I'm guessing that's why. Other 2 votes are going to be one of my favorites, Galen Hall. We had Rod James, Alan Zielinski. This is a 2-time host prior to the wheel and the voting. The 19 Masters, Worthy, Steve, and KD. And then the 2021 Masters, myself, Steele, and Ursulak. 1-time host, 2 votes, Sunset. 2021 Masters, won by Laud, KD, and Steele. KD's got some majors in here. I kind of forgot how many he won when he was playing a decent amount of Twilight. Bales and T-Bone were the 2 votes for Sunset. All right, now we're on to our 3-vote courses. Royal Oaks, we just bought the group golfer from here, so we will definitely be playing Royal Oaks sometime this year. We got Jack Barton, Platch, and Doug were the 3 votes for Royal Oaks, but that will not be hosting. And Deer Valley, Death Taxes and Stevie Rice voting for Deer Valley every year. He's going to get there one of these times. Maybe the wheel will be in his favor. And then we had Deck and Jake were the other 2 Deer Valley votes, but we will not be hosting there. All right, 4 votes. Yeah, good old BMV. The 2 BMV guys, Pine Grove High alums, Grant, who's on my list to bury this year. Every single time I play in the same round, the same course as Grant, he will be buried. And Carson, and then I voted for BMV and Foster. So 4 votes. That is going to be my vote for the wheel, obviously. I'll be hoping it picks BMV. 5 votes. Berkeley. Berkeley is always a popular one. It's going to win one of these years. Great course. I think this usually pops up on Group Golfer as well. Billy D, Jonesy, Steele, Schnecky, Pez. So 5 votes for Berkeley, but that is not enough. Also 5 votes. Pine Meadows. We hosted here in 2022, so right before the whole voting started. That was won by Rick, Billy D, and Doc. So our 5 people were Puzz, Elliott, Gower, Soup, and Nida. Pine Meadows, obviously, we play the doubleheader every year, but that would be a fun one to go back to and play. Because obviously that one changes substantially from the tees we play in regular Twilight to the ones we play in the major. So 8 votes. So this is the runner-up. I believe this is the runner-up. I'll have to see when I click it, but I think so. Yes, it is. Okay. So the runner-up this year was Reading. Super strong vote for Reading. 8 votes. AB, Jay-Z, Noah, Eli, JD, Eck, Curtis, Doc Marangel. The only problem and Doug just got the books is Reading took themselves out of the book, so it probably would be like a more expensive round if we were to host there. But I mean, I think it's worth it. It's like obviously a super cool old course, lots of history. They've been doing some work there. But Reading did not win, and I'm sure you guys know at this point. And it only won by 1 single vote. So it had 1 more vote, and it was tied until, I think, Thursday night. I thought I was going to have to be the one to break the tie, and I was really like going back and forth, like where I wanted to do, because I do love Reading a lot. This course has been sneaking up the past couple years. There it is. we will be playing the 2026 Masters at White Birch. So 9 votes: Beltsy, Sav, Gallagher, Burke, Law, Jack, Mambo, Hand, and BDN ended up being the vote that came in at number 9 late at the deadline. And I do have breaking news about the Masters being held at White Birch. It will be the first ever Twilight major that will be a 27-hole event. So we will be playing the regular 18-hole course, and we will be going right to the executive, and all 27 holes will count. So that means this year there will be no one club, because the event we usually play at Birch, you guys, we usually go do one club over there. So that will not happen this year because we will just be playing all 27 holes. So that will be super exciting. I'll work with Randy soon, find a date. That'll be a good time playing a 27-hole stroke play event. So here's how it ended up breaking down. Oh, I just lost myself. Not that you really need to see me. You have orange here is Deer Valley. I'm sorry. This color orange is White Birch. There you have Reading. And then we had our BMV and Pine Meadows were the 11.4. So always fun for you guys to vote. I enjoy seeing them come in where people like playing, where they don't like playing. But that will be sometime in the summer. Obviously, like White Birch also has a busy tournament schedule, so I do have to work with Randy. And then the Open will be just the random wheel. We will keep eliminating courses until we get down the one we're going to play the Open at. I usually do that with Steven Laud sometime over the holidays. So I would expect between Christmas and New Year's, I'll have that video. And then before you know it, guys, I'll be sending out the schedule for when we're looking for our events for 2026. For those of you that are into county events, those are all officially scheduled. We have our meeting Saturday the 27th of December. All the dates are official. It's just more so just going over a couple like finer details with our like committee, and then I'll be emailing that out. So I have that list, and then it's just waiting for a couple other events to come. But I'm hoping with how cold December's been, it's been horrible. It's been snowy, as you guys know. Like maybe that means we'll get another decent like February start this year. So looking forward to it. Hope you enjoyed the video. And until the wheel, you guys have a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and I'll see you guys soon. So long.